I'm
Okay.
not playing in this game, guys.
So
I don't
here's
know.
the thing. We have an over.
I know a lot of people are asking me to play like on the. I think Jack DeMooney made this team so that all the old guys have to play. I think it's unfair. So,
We have an over/under on you scoring 1.5 touchdowns.
yeah, that's not gonna happen. Listen, and I've heard it. I've heard it all. Jack said, "Well, we saw you run in the Baylor game. You didn't see me run twice, right? You didn't even see me run for the rest of the year. So, there's a reason why it only happened once. And so I might have one play in it, but it's got to be quarterback because that's the position I think I should have played anyways. But
I figured you'd be catching I saw some of those grabs on the sideline.
yeah. That's easy when no one's guarding you. You know what I mean? I think the closest person to me was the ref. So yeah, no, but we're excited to close out spring ball, and I think the guys have a lot of good energy. We're testing right now. Have our guys testing on all the pro timing stuff, all the stuff that you saw on pro day, and we'll have a good measurement of what we need from our guys. We'll have our sports scientists and trainers and strength coaches all involved with it, and see what we can do in the off season to get these guys ready to go. So we'll have time off in April, but let these guys finish up finals. But we're really looking forward to getting in the classroom and having a lot of opportunities for them to run practices and meetings, and seeing how much we can improve from now until August fall camp.
On that testing, is that just more like kind of benchmark to see where guys are coming out of spring versus where they maybe went in?
Yeah, and I think the guys we've been lifting every day and working out, so this is kind of to test them, and then we'll test them again in July.
Okay.
But we test often. I think that's why we expected better marks from some of the guys that performed in the pro day and at the combine, but because we have a actual method of testing them do it. Our guys run the 40s here, and we do it with we do it laser time. So we kind of have a good feel on our guys and how fast they are. But we also do the short shuttle. We do everything in the pro day. So I just want to make sure that these guys are used to doing it often.
How did you structure the final practice? How much of it was live? Can you describe what?
Well, we were going to go live today, but we have to use that third practice that's non-padded, which we did today. We looked at it throughout the week and did live stuff on Monday and Tuesday, and did a lot of live stuff with the quarterbacks are live with the threes, and so we have the film. Sorry you guys weren't able to see it, but it did happen, But I think today was just kind of get a jump start on South Florida and kind of scout them a little bit and give our guys kind of something to think about when we're going into the off season.
When you look at spring practice ending, what are some of the big questions that you still have going forward and what you're looking at this summer?
Getting guys healthy, and then getting our depth ready. I think there's some positions that we know. I think Jaron's in a good position to be the starting quarterback, but need Jacob and Cade and Soldier and those others to keep pushing him, Nick. And so everybody can improve and get better, but we're going to try to get the weakest link on our team as strong as possible.
What did you learn about your team over the course of the last 5 weeks?
Oh, man, these guys love each other. They're not happy with how the season ended, and you saw it in the way that they approached the offseason. Spring ball, there's a little bit more attention to detail. The guys, you can tell we have a bunch of veterans that are here, and they did a great job getting the young guys ready. I'm really impressed with our O-line, but I'm more impressed with the guys that we added to the O-line, specifically Kingsley, and then you're seeing Braden Kime step up and starting to emerge as a guy that can play different positions. So depth-wise, we're going to be fine. We're going to add some new guys that we signed that are going to be here in the summer and the spring, and see how they can add to our quality of depth, but also compete for playing time.
Will you be looking in the transfer portal throughout this coming spring/summer to supplement your roster at all?
We're always going to look at the transfer portal to see if there's people that fit what we're trying to get done as a team. And so, I think so far we have a good track record of guys that have been in the transfer portal that we signed and that have performed for us. And so I don't know if we're going to make a living signing half of our class on the transfer portal, but if they're a fit and what we expect them to do and how to perform and how to behave here, then that's going to be someone that we're definitely going to take a look at.
The other day, Aaron said that Jacob Conover had separated himself a little for that backup spot. Are you on the same page with that?
Yeah, you're really seeing it, and I think that Cade was hampered with some injuries, so we'll try to get him healthy and see how he does in the summer. But Jacob did some really good things. Decision making was a key for him, and I think he's a very aggressive mindset, but most of the young quarterbacks are, and so I think just getting the experience of being out here and seeing where he can test the limits a little bit, and then seeing what's the safest thing and the best result for our team, he's starting to understand that a little bit, and it's good for him to have someone like Jaron to watch, takes care of the football and makes great decisions for us.
Chris, you noted earlier in spring, you feel like you got a pretty good idea of the travel roster. How many position battles remain, or which positions remain battles going into summer and ultimate fall camp?
Oh, well, I mean, there's quite a few of them that still need to iron out the too deep, right? I think it's a good problem to have when there's 3 guys fighting for 2 spots. And so I think we're going to be in that position come fall camp. And positions, I think that a lot of them. I mean, they're looking at O-line, D-line, linebackers. We're going to get those. We're going to get the 3 back healthy, meaning Peyton and Keenan and Chaz, and so that's going to add some things to us. And so we'll see. I can't really iron it down to just one position or a couple of them. They're all up for grabs. Just I think Jake Oldroyd has a good handle on the kicks, and I think Rico has done great with the punts. Jaron's looking good at quarterback, and everything else is pretty much still up for grabs.
Peyton and Keenan, they're going to be ready for fall then?
Yeah, they'll be definitely ready. I mean, they're doing some stuff right now. I think for spring we needed them to do more football coaching and teaching rather than out here performing.
What about Max Cooley? We haven't seen a lot of him.
Mm-hmm.
Is he in that same boat?
Yeah, I think we haven't seen a lot of him because he's done a lot of things for us right now. So he's getting some look at Flash and Rover, and so he's going to be fine. We just know that he's a veteran. He's a guy that's been there quite a bit, so we need to get some of the younger guys a good look, and so he'll definitely be in the mix. You look at the guys that have a lot of experience that are returning, that have been in games. At linebacker, there's the 3 that are injured, right? And then you have Pepe, and you have Ben Bywater, and then you have Max Tooley. Those guys you mix in with the rest of the group, Morgan Piper and Kavika Gagne and others. I mean, it's a good group.
I know you spoke a lot about Chris Brooks earlier in spring. How much better do you feel about the running backs room, or how much of a better idea do you have of it right now?
Yeah, I always feel good about the running backs room. I think Harvey does a good job coaching that position. A-Rod knows what we need on the offense, and I thought that when he went after Chris, and Chris was set to go, to a couple other places, and I think A-Rod knew that he wanted to be safe and get us as deep as possible, and saw something in him, and thought that there would be a good addition to our team. I trust A-Rod with the offense and the personnel, and I trust the coaches there. So A-Rod, Fessy, and the group are doing a great job at getting our team to be as deep as possible.
What becomes the schedule for you and the staff between now and the start of summer camps in June? What does April and May look like for you and the staff?
Yeah, April, spring break's next week for a lot of our kids, so I'm giving the staff time off to do that. We're doing exit interviews as well, so allowing players to enter the portal if they want to play some more, or see, just give them feedback on where they stand on the team. I mean, I think it's important that they know what we think of them, our evaluation of them, and see what fits them the best. And whether it's being on the team currently now in their role, that they be a scout team or whatever, or finding other places to go play. You're probably seeing a little bit of that start early the last couple of weeks. I just don't want players to ever guess what coaches are thinking. We need to tell them, good or bad. I think feedback's the key.
As you break camp, would you say the offense is ahead of the defense, or did the defense catch up, or just where do they stand as far as what level each?
I think it depended on the practice, but I think overall the offense is a little bit ahead, and they have a little bit more of the veterans on their side, and defense they're capable of catching up, and the more that we allow guys like Tyler Batty and Malik and Keenan and Peyton, those guys to lead them, then they'll be fine. I think by the time we get to the fall camp, it'll be interesting to see how much progress they've made, and it'll be fun when we get these guys lined up and competing against each other, O&D in fall camp. So right now, I think the offense is a little bit ahead, but it's okay. That's I think you could have predicted that. For all you guys, probably could have predicted that going into it, and it just helps when they have so much depth at O-line. It's good to have a big front to start with.
Along the same lines as what you were saying, as far as between now and fall, having this many veterans, do you elevate your standard of what you expect from the player-run practices over the next few months?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's to a certain degree. I think that more than anything, we focus on the fundamentals, the technique, the simple things of the game, and then relying on the foundation that's already been set by others. And I don't think we can get too crazy. We need to know that our identity and make sure that our guys stick to it. I mean, that's going to be our deal, right? And right now, going into the off season, everything, the coaches are going to go into these exit interviews. We're going to get our team better and healthier. And then we're going to go into after the players have time off in April, we're going to go into spring recruiting for the coaches, April and May. And then we'll do our camps in June. Meanwhile, the players will be training and doing play-run practices. And then July will hit, getting ready for camp. And then camp will start in August. So away we go. It's just the cycle of football.
I think I saw today Patty Edwards, if I'm not mistaken. What did that mean to see her out here with Alumni?
Yeah, we love having Patty here. I mean, that's we try teaching the players about Lavelle and his influence in the program, and really educate them on all the coaches. You know, Coach Croton's been here, and recognizing the alumni that played for him, and also Coach Bronco Mendenhall. I think it's important that guys know the history of BYU and appreciate all the people that are here. You're coming back, you know, the hard work and sacrifices that all these men made for our program to be where it is currently right now, and that's going into the Big 12 next year. It's a good place to be, and we have a lot of people to thank.
What does it mean to have so much investment from the alums into this program?
Yeah, I mean, I'm asking them to do a lot. I want them to be more involved, and we just had the meeting today with the alumni, and just basically told them they should be around more often. We want them here as much as possible, regardless of when you played. You know, I feel like sometimes there's an awkwardness of when you're graduated. It's like no one gives you the playbook on how to be when you're done playing. And so I basically just gave them one, which is be here as much as you can, come by, visit often, be involved with our team and our players and our university and the fans, and they're always welcome to be back here, regardless of who you played for, whether it's Lavelle, Croton, Bronco, or myself.
Does it feel kind of surreal to have that Big 12 logo on your jacket?
Yeah, I just noticed that. Yeah, but I just chose black because it's thinning. I don't know if it's working, but it's warm, and I'm hoping it's making me look a little thin.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.